to confront the issues that we face with specifically with trauma is involved, to provide practical supports and care for individuals and families that endure these type of situations. And because I'm a field and public safety specialist, I specifically work for SATs. I work with law enforcement to keep them accountable, okay, in addressing the community properly and being accountable in terms of what police engagements look like and should look like. We represent a body of clergy also in the community and work with the church, okay, to provide the necessary supports and educate them about the issue that we face.
And so, were you out here the previous nights on the protest?
No. When the first night, I worked with ANC Commissioner Red, so the first night he came out, okay, he didn't alert me, okay, but my partner, Rhonda Hamilton, was out, so she sent me an alert, okay, and so we had a meeting first with Commissioner Red to discuss what the issues are and what the family needs were first. Our first priority was the family, okay, so I'm here because some of the family members, okay, had expressed that they needed additional information. So I met Mr. Red here so that we can discuss it. We are in communication with some of the command staff about some of the issues. We want peaceful engagement. So our determination is what we're seeing around the country, okay, should not happen in the nation's capital. Okay, especially when we have a community, okay, that have stakeholders and people that are invested on both sides, faith community as well as political community leadership. So we made that communication and that statement very clear to NPD. We do not want violence in our community. Okay, we do not need outside agitation. We need accountability. We need truth for the family. We need to see that there's going to be justice in Tyrell's case. And as far as I'm concerned, this has got to be the last family that loses a family member as a result of police action.
Do you think, so the release of the body cam footage yesterday, do you think that's the first step of accountability? Do you think with the mayor and
As far as I'm concerned, what the family saw and what I viewed, okay, is not adequate. Okay, so there's a lot of questions that we have. Okay, understanding that there's procedures and there are protocols that officers are required to follow, okay, in community engagement. So we'd like to get those questions answered, okay, and we're not only we're going to get some of those questions answered. As you know, there's an investigation, so some things that they're going to have to, wait out until we get a full picture. But there are some fundamental questions that can be answered right now, okay, about why there was a high-speed chase in the community when there's a general order that specifically says that there shouldn't be. And then the things that follow in terms of, how the investigation is handled, and that this shouldn't be political. And so the clergy are concerned, okay, that there shouldn't be any type of behavior and action on both sides to ramp up tensions, all right, and create an atmosphere where violence ensues, okay? I tell my kids all the time, okay, you say you're grown, but act grown. Okay, this is about being responsible. This is about recognizing that violence does not solve anything. All right, we saw what happened in Seattle. We're seeing what's happening in Philadelphia. Okay, my culture needs to learn to do something different. Okay? And it's about unity and about how all community sectors come together, okay, to demonstrate to our political leadership and municipal entities, okay, that we are not for our lives matter. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, all lives matter. Black, white, pink, purple. Okay.
do you have confidence in some of the authorities to take accountability? Do you have confidence?
The only confidence I have is in the Creator. Now, in that, my responsibility is to take faith in terms of the principles that deal with engaging our systems for truth and accountability. So it's about asking the right questions. It's about asking the hard questions, all right? And it's about creating constructive dialogue, okay, where we get truth, all right, and we get the proper information. And if we don't get that, then it's about educating the community that you're going to have to vote. And we're a few days from elections, okay? And the heart of the country has to deal with what type of leadership do we want? We want leadership that reflects who we are. Because right now, the leadership that we have only reflects the bad side of who we are.
Do you think the community's going to get the truth, the answers that they like and deserve?
I pray so. I pray for the family. And again, this is the nation's capital. So we had a conversation with our team and first leaders about the fact that because this has occurred here, it's come to our doorstep. And see, this is something that we've been dreading for a long time, watching what happened in Seattle and other cities. We've been bracing ourselves and prayerfully hoping that this would not occur here in the nation's capital. But it's come to our doorstep, and so we're ready to confront it. But we want to make this the last narrative and the last incident that occurred, okay? And we're pushing for change from all different levels.